If I had a million different lives to live, I think I'd choose a million different ways to live them. I'd be a writer and a chef and a journalist and a teacher. I'd live on every continent and in every town and every country in the world.
And as for me, I let the tides take me wherever. No plans, just the goal of adventure and joy and peace.
I think that's why this way of life has landed so well for us. I get to be a farmer and a writer and a photographer and a teacher and a world traveler and a culinary artist all at the same time.
And I don't need to know what's coming next.
We are part-time homesteaders.
Traveling homesteaders.
And in our only slightly biased opinion, I really think this is the perfect lifestyle for people like us. It makes sense, really, as I think about it, because since we got married, we've always led kind of a dual-purpose life. My husband, he's from LA.
And she's from a small town in Oklahoma.
I grew up on country music.
I toured as a DJ for a hip-hop group.
I was a homebody.
And I spent my days, nights out as much as possible.
These two people were just never going to harmoniously be able to settle down into one cozy lifestyle that can neatly fit into any box. Thankfully, we've grown together and learned to compromise so that now we value those things in one another that could have easily torn us apart. Ultimately, we settled on living in Oklahoma when, as a young married couple, we were able to get a really great deal on a small plot of land next to my parents' house. It was ideal as we planned to build a home and life close to family. As he lovingly joined me, it meant his time in LA would close, so we made sure to always keep time in our year that we could devote to a trip back west. We have driven that long stretch of I-40 so many times now that it has equaled over a month of time total on the road. We loved our road trips, and as our family's grown, we've loved including our children on those long drives. Traveling really has been in their blood since birth. A few years ago, as I grew my culinary skills, it became apparent to me that in order to afford the quality of ingredients that I wanted, I would have to put out the effort to source them outside of standard practices. In order to stay in a reasonable budget for a one-income homeschooling family, that meant growing as much of it as possible ourselves.
Does it save us money?
Maybe?
Does it save us time or energy?
Absolutely not, but I still love it. It gives me peace of mind to know where so much of our food is coming from, and it allows me to make the best dishes possible for our little tribe.
So, we became homesteaders.
We've had horses, we had a cow,
Rest in peace.
we have more chickens than I can easily count. We have ducks and a goat and bunnies. We have gardens that we've expanded and are going to continue to expand. We planted a small orchard. We added a berry patch and grapevines. We're in the kitchen or in the dirt, constantly building something peaceful and beneficial. It fills so much of our hearts, but if this were it, honestly, I think I'd have a hard time with that. And since I only have this one life to live, we had to be creative and figure out ways to be able to live it a million different ways.
So, we became world travelers.
In 2021, we decided to take the leap past California. We took our pictures and filled out our paperwork, and we got our passports. We took our first steps on foreign soil that next spring, and now we cannot imagine a life where regular travel isn't a part of it. We've danced in the streets of Paris and marveled at the artwork in Italy. We've stood on the black sanded beaches of Guatemala as we felt the warm waves break at our feet. We've sat in a coffee shop in Germany with our hot chocolates and city maps, and we felt the Grecian sun on some of the most beautiful islands in the world. That love for adventure and exploration doesn't stop once we make it back to our own gravel driveway, though, and we hope to add more travel close to home in the coming months and years while we work out our next steps across the globe.
Dual life isn't hard, but it certainly takes some planning and creativity. I genuinely believe if you want to homestead but can't devote your entire life to it, it's possible. If you want to travel but can't devote your entire life to it, it's also possible.
If we can do it, I know you can do it too. Let us show you how. Signed, the Traveling Homesteaders.